And
What do people who don't plan for that, what in your experience happens with them?
I watched two business owners within the last year and a half or so literally put the key in the lock one last time and walk away. And there was value there in their business.
And just leave it.
Just left it.
So had they made, I know two people who have done that. So I'm fascinated by that because I know they left value, but to them they had rental property that they had amassed over the years, and they had other investments and things of that nature, and they had made a ton of money. And so for them, which is fascinating to me because I don't understand how that mindset worked, but the thing that made them an entrepreneur is the thing that they walked away from at the end. But they were like, yeah, I have everything I need. It's like, okay, but that's worth money. Yeah. I don't want the headache.
Yeah. It was the exact same situation. Both of these people they did not need to sell their business for financial security.
Right.
But for most people, if you were to value your business and then value all your other assets outside your business represents, for most business owners, over half of your net worth.
Sure.
So just walking away from it or not taking the step, it's stupid.
Right. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Right. It'd be like not turning in a lottery ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And
sell it and give it all away to charity if you want to.
Exactly.
But
yes.
don't.
And I think it's a mistake. And it's just, part of it may be just, I think a lot of it is just burnout. It's like, I know that this is going to require time and effort, and I'm done.
Yeah.
And I don't need to sell this. But it's really sad one of the businesses was a third generation family business that he walked away from. And I thought, man, even from like a family legacy standpoint, just to not be able to carry that forward or even if he would have sold, like there was value in this business.
Yeah.
He didn't need to walk away. And even if he would have taken a couple of years to figure something, he could have figured something out with transitioning and making an internal succession or trying to sell the business, because there was value there, but he didn't. He was like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Well, and that's the first generation. They do a ton of work, and it's rare. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's got to be 4%
business. 4% of businesses make it to the third generation.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it's probably maybe 20% or so, I would guess, for the second generation. Yeah. It's not very much. Mm-hmm. I know that, and only 4% make it to the third generation. So somewhere along the line, I keep saying all of the real estate and all the things that I have, I'm going to work my butt off to get it done so that my kids can sell it, the day after I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then
So you got a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids are just waiting. Now I don't think they do that, but I don't. Again, we have the most plan I have is a will in place. But
well, there you go. You're doing better than a lot of people.
At least I've got that done. So from a business owner's perspective, in your experience, what is the problem with valuation? One of the things that you had on your bio was that business owners, most of us aren't aware of what the value of our businesses
mm-hmm.
are. And why is that?
Well, there's a lot of misconceptions about valuing your business. One is that it's going to be incredibly slow. Like it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks just to get a number. It's going to cost $10,000 or more, and it's going to be disruptive. Like someone's going to have to come in and talk to your employees, ask questions, comb through your books and records, then chastise you because they're not as clean as they should be. And then you pay all this money, disrupt your business, take all this time, and then you get this, one valuation at one moment in time, and then like 2 weeks later, it's sort of out of date.
Mm-hmm.
And so most business owners, unless there are certain circumstances where you have to value, like if you were getting a divorce or something, like there are certain circumstances where you would need to value your business. But most business owners who are just curious and who would use a valuation for planning purposes to make some decisions about some other things, they're like, why would I pay all this money and disrupt my business and have all this done when it's just like a nice to know number?
Mm-hmm.
So most of them don't go through that process. And frankly, I wouldn't either, because it's just, why would I spend 6 figures on a valuation if I'm not ready to exit or I don't need to do it today?
I've bought and sold, like I said, over the years, and it seems like, number one, knowing my my industry and what the number is, 3 to 5 times, whatever the
Like a
multiple
rule of
is.
thumb for,
Whatever that multiple is. And then I've always been, I always had a loose idea of what my business is worth just based on, the EBITDA minus anything that isn't going to stay in the business.
Yeah.
And have had an idea there where I was wrong or the mistake that I made, and where a broker or somebody from the outside came in to help me was in what the market was really worth relative to what I read somewhere at some point something
Yeah.
about what businesses are worth.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so true. If you're going to sell to an outside third party, your business is worth whatever someone else is willing to pay for it,
Right. Yes. Right.
So it's, and in a lot of sales, the valuation becomes irrelevant for that very reason. It's only worth what somebody else is willing to pay for it and what you're willing to sell it for.